What's up guys, Seth here, and today we're talking about Air Force ROTC, and but first, coffee. That's a good cup of coffee right there. And secondly, if you're brand new to this channel, please take 5 seconds, pause the video, hit that subscribe button, and join this awesome community here on YouTube, where I'm gonna make short films, skits, show you reviews and unboxings of products that I get along the way, and I'll even throw in my tips and tricks for filmmaking and photography to boost your awesomeness on the social media of your choice. So, like I said, Air Force ROTC, and this video is really gonna be as a, not really a, well, let me tell you every single thing that happens at lead, because one, I feel that everybody that goes needs to have their own experience, especially for something like this. So it's really going to be a tips and tricks video, kind of my thoughts and things that I wish I would have done, but I didn't really know, kind of that direction. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing that I noticed on the list is it says to bring like three ABUs. Don't quote me on these numbers, by the way. So three ABUs, 2 pairs of blues, 4 pairs of socks, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. I brought extras of every single item, but I didn't bring extras of like the toiletry items, and I didn't bring extras in like the blues or tennis shoes or anything like that, but I did bring one more set. So it said 3 sets of ABUs. I brought 4 sets. I brought like 6 to 8 pairs of socks and underwear. I think it only said to bring like 4, maybe 4 or 5. So I did that. So the ABUs, having that extra pair of ABUs was very crucial, especially since you do things like obstacle courses, you get wet, it rains, you're sweating, you're rolling in the dirt, whatever you may be doing at lead or field training as it used to be called. It like really fits in, because you do laundry like every other day, every 2 days, something like that, and having an extra pair is really nice. Socks and underwear, I cannot stress this enough. Bring socks and underwear. Come on, don't be that guy that doesn't have any underwear and, has to, go commando, or, don't do that. Bring socks and underwear. Don't be dumb about this. I'm being serious right now. There were several people that I know that ran out of socks, ran out of underwear, so they were wearing them like 2 or 3 days in a row, and you're sweating and it's just nasty. And then once those get nasty and you still don't have your laundry back, then you're borrowing underwear and stuff like that. So are you kidding me? But yes, don't be that guy that runs out of underwear or socks. So I also ran out of, so going off of the things that kind of like like running out of and stuff, I actually ran out of shaving cream and toothpaste. And I brought like the travel size shaving cream, like the little Gillette one, whatever. But I shaved like once a day or sometimes even twice a day, because I just didn't want to worry about it. Didn't want anybody to CTAs or anybody to come up and like, did you shave today? I'm feeling your face and it does not feel like a baby's butt. Did you shave today? I don't want any of that crap. So I shaved like once, or, like I said, even twice a day. I always like brushing my teeth. So I brush my teeth. I brought like the little, I brought like the little travel toothpaste, like that big, the ones you get from the dentist, I actually ran out of that toothpaste as well, so I had to borrow toothpaste. I kind of felt bad about that, kind of like mooching off of everybody's toothpaste. I didn't care though, whatever. But definitely bring a bigger shaving cream. If you're a girl, that would be fine. I don't know how much you're gonna shave or whatever. But if you're a guy, definitely bring, it depends on your shaving style. If you have a lot of shaving cream, bring a bigger can. If you don't, then that's fine, whatever. But definitely bring a bigger can of toothpaste. So on the list, there is also things like Germex and hand soap and sunscreen, bug spray, all that kind of stuff. Things that you can use to use whenever you want. And that stuff is great and all, but everybody has that. Everybody has a Germ-X. Everybody has hand soap. Everybody has bug spray and sunscreen and things like that. So what we did as a flight, and we had a safety officer, and someone brought this little safety, like almost like a toiletry, like a shower kit bag. And then in this thing, we put sunscreen and we put bug spray, hand sanitizer, like a little first aid kit. So definitely, if you know, maybe think of someone else may have one, and you may go with theirs. But if you're planning to leave, maybe take a little shower kit thing, so you could put that sunscreen and things in there. So you're not just carrying around a plastic bag, which some flights did. Looks a little bit nicer, and then also get like some S clips, and you can hook it on there. So what we did is we just said, oh, okay, we kind of had a pool of sunscreens and bug sprays and Germ-X and all that kind of stuff. And we just grabbed one of each, you know, threw it in there, and when they were empty, we grabbed another one in there. So not everybody's was used, and I didn't use any of mine. It was just far down the chain of, you know, needing that material. So be considerate about that. Maybe don't get the giant sunscreen, you know, I mean, unless you need a giant sunscreen, if you're that sunburn prone, and you just want to keep it in your cargo pocket or whatever. But you know, you could probably bring smaller sizes. That would probably work. Okay, one thing, okay, the last thing I want to touch on with supplies is duct tape. A lot of detachments say, hey, bring duct tape. It's very crucial. You're going to use it a lot, and blah, 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 blah. I didn't bring duct tape. And we only used duct tape like once or twice. And it was like, once we put it on, we left it on, and we didn't touch any other duct tape. And a lot of these kids, so there was like 20 kids in my flight, and everybody had at least 3 to 4 rolls of duct tape. Duct tape. And I didn't bring any because I was like, I'm not going to use it, and I'm sure everybody else is going to have duct tape, and we're only going to pick one color, and there's, you know, so many other rolls of duct tape. Bring duct tape if you want to. If you have some cool duct tape that's different out of the blue, not just gray or black or, you know, straight colors, definitely bring pattern duct tapes. I think we had like an American flag duct tape, which is super cool. We just put that on your camelback, and we do that. So kind of think about that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much it for supplies. Next up, we're going to kind of move on to experience and kind of things that I you know, saw along the way. So when you first get to lead, you of course you take a plane or you drive or whatever, how your transportation of choice. Don't wear comfy clothes. Don't wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt and this bright, you know, colored backpacks or whatever. Don't do that. Bring a black, you know, blend in. Especially on the first day, because they're waiting. All the CTAs are there. They're all there. They're all looking at you. They may be new, whatever, but they're all there looking. Try to blend in as much as possible at the first day is kind of my tip. You know, of course, you know, don't blend in. Don't be just a survivor. Be a thriver later on in lead. But kind of that first day, you know, so I wore khaki shorts or like cargo, like, you know, khaki colored shorts, and then I had a blue polo on, and then I just kind of, you know, my black backpack. So that's what I wore. So I would suggest maybe doing something similar. Some people don't wear ties, don't do that. But you know, maybe we could wear probably slacks and a belt, wear tennis shoes, don't wear dress shoes, because you are walking and running and marching and all that kind of stuff while there. And they will yell at you if you do have those shoes on, because they're like, well, why didn't you do that? Because we're gonna be running, you can't run in the shoes and blah, 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 blah. So just keep that in mind when arriving at lead or field training or whatever it's going to be called. It might be called like perform or something. It might be a week long. I don't know. So definitely consider that. Later on, you do like obstacle courses. And with these obstacle courses, now I'm not going to tell you those because they're super cool, and I wish I could just put it all out there for you guys to enjoy, just listen to my story. But I think there are some, you know, there are ROTC kids that definitely watch this channel. So there are water hazards. Yeah, water hazards. And if you get wet, especially your boots, I think some flights went and had breakfast or lunch, or, you know, they did other things after the obstacle courses. And if you get wet, your clothes are whatever, that's you can't really change that. But if your boots get wet and then your socks get wet and then you're like sloshing around all day, that just gets tiring, and you can really mess up your feet. You know, get athlete's foot, or, you know, other weird diseases, or just blisters and stuff in general. definitely bring, like so everybody has like a hydration camelback thing. Put an extra pair of socks in your hydration pack, and that way everybody, everything is, you have an extra pair of socks to throw in. Your boots may be wet, but your socks won't be wet, so they may be damp after, after walking in them, but at least it'll be better than just soaked socks. I had that issue. So everybody has to have orders and 341s and your ID. Most people just kind of threw it in their pocket, and that's how, but if it rains, all that stuff gets soaked. You're like, oh great, need more 341s. Now I got to bother people. It's just, very, very preventable. Is just get a little sandwich baggie, bring a box of sandwich bags. If you bring a box of sandwich baggies, like little plastic bags, you'll be the flight's hero. Hand them all out, throw your stuff in there, throw them in your pocket, boom, don't have to worry about them getting wet with it, rain or sweat or anything like that, because you will sweat and it will rain. Believe me, it will rain. First 4 days at AEF, it rained constantly. It did not stop once. We stood out in the rain in our tennis shoes. We went to the porta potties in our tennis shoes. We had ponchos on forever. It was like an essential piece of gear. We carried the poncho everywhere we went, and it sucked. Embrace the suck. That is all. But so definitely bring the sock thing, bring the little plastic baggies. Learn how to, so if you're watching this before the school year, so most people that are going to lead have already gone, or they're about ready to leave, learn how to column march. And I'm not necessarily like, oh, you suck at column marching, but you use column marching everywhere you go at Maxwell. It's a bunch of sidewalks and little tiny pathways and roads and things like that. So learn how to column march, and especially like column half movements, because you're really like snaking through all of the pathways there at the base. So learn how to do that, especially at your detachments for this coming year. If you are a brand new POC or a seasoned, well sauteed POC, take your flights and march them around campus. March around the streets. Go say, hey, let's go get dinner, and march the long way to the restaurant of your choice on campus. I don't know. That's something that I'm going to try to implement at my detachment, because that's just going to help your underclassmen out when they get to lead. And it's just, that's how you get around at Maxwell. At AEF or Camp Shelby, you do route step, so that's also a little bit different. It's not like, oh, column right. No, it's incline 90 degrees to the right, to the left, 180, you do column movements and rotating movements. So it's a little bit different. So kind of just practice those. That's kind of some tips and tricks for that. Also, oh my gosh, practice road guards. Seriously, practice road guards. Learn, if you are the flight commander or you are someone in the flight, maybe during your flight time, draw out like, okay, here's kind of the path we normally take to go to retreat or reveille or whatever. Here's the path we go to the classroom. Maybe even like plot like how many road guards you need at each road, because there were so many times where we get to a roadway and there's 4 road guards assigned in your flight, and so the flight commander's like, road guards, don your gear and post. And all 4 road guards run out there, but you only need 2 road guards. So then the CTAs and FTOs and everybody's like, why do we need 4 road guards and blah, 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 blah. They're just nailing this flight commander. And it's like, dude, if you would just like, we need 2 road guards. If you know that and your whole flight knows that, you could raise your hand or whatever, help your flight commander out, help out your people at Maxwell. Can't stress that enough. You'll just make everything it'll be like a breeze if you do that. So just kind of, definitely figure out your road guards. If it's 2 road guards, say 2 road guards, don your gear, or that kind of thing. So just kind of be observant, be self-aware of your, be aware of your surroundings, especially at Maxwell and at AEF. Greetings is a little bit different at AEF. Definitely, there's really nothing I can really stress about AEF. I can't really give any tips about AEF because it'll be different for every single person. All I know is that they really stress greetings, but they do greetings a little bit different. Like at my camp, when I went, they weren't like, you greet from behind, you greet across the camp. It was like so greeting oriented. It was ridiculous. So definitely look into that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please throw those down in the comments below. I'll be more than willing to help you out, especially for folding or anything like that. If you have any suggestions for future videos, also throw those down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Seth. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more videos. I already told you to subscribe, but subscribe again. Tell your friends to subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.